Is Cape independence desirable? Well, the essence of the fight for Cape independence is the inalienable and unquestionable right of all people to self-determination. And in 2014, the United Nations described self-determination like this. In its essence, the right of self-determination means that individuals and peoples, us, should be in control of our destinies and should be able to live out our identities, whether within the boundaries of existing states or through independence. And since 1994, the majority of Western Cape voters have never once been governed at a national level by the party they voted for, and they have no reasonable prospect of it ever happening in the foreseeable future. Phrased differently, the Western Cape people are at the mercy of voters in the rest of South Africa. And working purely with empirical data, what have the consequences been to the Western Cape people of not being able to make their own decisions? Economic growth over the last decade has averaged 1.1% in the Western Cape, whilst population growth has averaged 1.6%, and the Western Cape people are getting poorer. 35% of the Western Cape's income is used to subsidise other provinces which are being mismanaged under ANC rule, and that money could have been spent on providing services to the Western Cape people. Unemployment in the Western Cape is currently 25.6%, compared to 25.7% a decade ago, and 1 in 4 people in the Western Cape remain needlessly unemployed. In 2023, the Western Cape had an uninterrupted electricity supply for just 33 days out of 365, and the Western Cape people could have had electricity. The murder rate in the Western Cape at 56 murders per 100,000 people is higher than in any other nation on earth, and the Western Cape High Court has declared that the senior management of SAPS in the province is corrupt, and the Western Cape people are living in fear for their lives. Passenger rail services in the Western Cape have collapsed, with journeys down from 49.2 million a decade ago to just 3.2 million now, and trains no longer serve the majority of the Western Cape people. And who is responsible for each and every one of these atrocious statistics? The national government, which the majority of the Western Cape people have never once voted for. So is Cape independence desirable? Well, let's consider how differently statistics would look in an independent Western Cape. Controlling economic policy and creating a business environment conducive with investment and employment will almost instantly increase revenues and reduce unemployment. Removing the state-owned monopoly on electricity and embracing IPPs will increase the electricity supply. Taking control of the police service, reinstating merit as the key selection criteria, removing corrupt officers, professionalising the service and increasing convictions, together with reducing unemployment, will drive crime rates down. And partial or full privatisation of the rail service will bring our part of Africa's largest rail network back into productive use. In short, an independent Western Cape will quickly become an African utopia. But please don't take my word for it. Instead, I want you to listen to those who are most opposed to Cape independence. What do they say? What do the DA say? How are you going to keep all the people out? Everybody is going to want to go there. Well, doesn't that sound like exactly the sort of country we should be creating?